Welcome to the NASCAR Heat Evolution Career Mode, Daytona. It's Daytona night. Happy Daytona night, everybody. Get your dorm rooms ready and your Smithfield on the grill, because we're going racing for 400 miles on a July summer's night. So anyway, we are racing. Pack racing, plate racing. Kyle Larson falling to the back.
Still there?
We have a good opportunity for points here, I would say. We may not be able to back up our Sonoma victory, but I wouldn't put it past NASCAR Heat Evolution to throw some surprises our way. We did almost win a Talladega race. I don't remember if it was this season or the season prior, but we were very, very close at Talladega. So we can run at the front at these plate races, but not when we do that. Please don't go in the pits.
Slow down.
Thank you. Okay. I don't think we lost too much time there. I think we should be able to gain back up to the pack without them having to rubber band to save me. And yes, we're getting a good tow down the main straight here. I played with the gear ratios a little bit. I shortened up fourth gear so that I'm in optimal rev range most of the time, whether I'm in the pack or not. Hopefully that will help just acceleration in general, both on starts and restarts and coming out of the pits and whatnot.
Stay low. Still there?
We'll see though. So we finally actually made a pass as the field begins to spread out just a little bit. Fun fact, Kevin Harvick is in his Busch Beer scheme for this race. I did a little bit in the practice session, and the first car out of the pits was Kevin Harvick, and I was like, oh my gosh, the AI can actually use the Busch Beer scheme. So there are probably 2 beer wagons in this race, assuming Keselowski is using his Miller Lite scheme. So we got Busch and Miller Lite competing beer schemes in a NASCAR game. That's not a mod. That's kind of cool. Props to NASCAR Heat Evolution. There's not a lot of things you can give them props for, but gall darn it, they got the beer schemes in. So here we go on the outside, or trying to go on the outside, completely scraping the wall all the way down the back straightaway as we climb up behind Michael McDowell here. We're out of the draft, though, which isn't going to make things particularly amazing. Wow, that was close. That was a little close. May have gotten a little too close to Michael McDowell there. I definitely felt a tap. There might have been some sparks. You guys will have to rewind the video to see that, though. As we continue working our way up through the field. I really do like the gear ratio adjustment I made. I think it really helped. It's really helping in the pack here. Just the acceleration is just so nice to have. It's nice to have the car in the optimal rev range for sure. Because, of course, you guys will remember when NASCAR Heat Evolution was just first released, how bad the plate racing was. You couldn't rev it past 4,000 RPM. The cars instantly spread out, even though they're still spreading out quite a bit, as you can see. We do have quite the pack here, and as you can see, that isn't always the best thing in the world.
There's a wreck in third, fourth.
You know, that is the most condescending thing you could possibly say. Of course there's a wreck in turn 4. It was me, you dunce. And I think they're rubber banding, so I think we're going to be able to catch back up pretty quickly here. Of course, I can look at the board here to make sure we are benefiting from the rubber band, and it looks like indeed we are, because we're catching Matt DiBenedetto. Not at an overwhelmingly fast rate, but, you know, a couple tenths every straightaway. And yeah, we're definitely catching back up. That's the problem with the rubber banding, though, is that, you know, I always bring this up, but it's like, okay, so they're going to slow down. So they're in this gigantic wad, and they expect me to pass all these cars. And if I don't speed up, if I slow down with the pack, they're just going to maintain that speed. They're not going to go faster. So you can never actually pass the pack because they're all rubber banded into going very slow. Until, of course, they all spread out. But that takes a while. So let's see if we can get past Matty D here, as we will. A couple of the BK racing cars. Supposedly Daytona is going to be the last time we see BK racing. Supposedly they're going out of business. Fun fact, so rip BK Racing. and rip about, what, 2 or 3 cars off the grid for NASCAR.
Still there.
Rip the small teams. Okay, can we get around the outside?
That was a great lap.
I guess we can't. I was going to try to go 3 wide with Jones, but that was not going to happen. It looks like this part of the pack is spreading out, though, so I might be able to get a few good runs coming through the, or down the back straightaway here. We'll see, though. I do know for a fact that on these plate tracks I get amazing fuel mileage for whatever reason. That may be because the gear ratios were bad and my car wasn't revving to optimal
All clear.
range. Because right now we are revving the ever-living crap out of the car right now. And that might be burning fuel. I wonder if NASCAR Heat takes that into account. You never know.
Stay high.
We just have to lift off and kind of coast there for a second. Try to make it 3 wide in the tri-oval. Wasn't terribly confident about that. And I'm still not confident.
Car low.
Well, I'm really not confident. Wow, that was a little close. Little close.
Car low.
Wow, racing for 36th place. 4 wide? No, we can't make it 4 wide because Keselowski's blocking everybody. No, I don't want to do that.
Car low.
Ooh, that was a moment. That was a big moment. And yet, somehow I managed to not spin. Come on, car. Let's get going here. Yeah, it's funny. Some of these plate races I can really move to the front real fast, and sometimes I can't. This seems to be one of those can't days. Because I wish these guys would stop being 3 wide. That's what's really hurting me right now. Every time I get up on the back of somebody,
Stay high. Still
I
there.
can't actually make the pass. Well, it looks like they're spreading out here on the bottom, so let's try to follow Bobby Labonte down to the bottom as Regan Smith and Michael McDowell try to kill each other. There we go. We can make it 3 wide on the bottom. Now can we get around Keselowski in one of the beer wagons? One of the 2 in the race today. Yes, we're able to, so let's get a draft off of Busher here. A big run down through the tri-oval. McFlurry as well. In fact, both the Ganassi cars are up there. So we might be able to get a 2-for-1 on the Ganassi. 2-for-1 deal at Target. Or maybe a Mick Pick 2. Nope. I knew that was stupid as soon as I tried it. But I tried it anyway. Alright, now we gotta block Regan Smith. And... okay. Now that the field's spreading out, let's actually start making some moves here. And Labonte's gonna block to the inside, so we're just gonna do a move here. It's a little close. That was a little close. And now the leaders are in the pits. 30 laps to go, so we've only done 10 laps, I think. I think this is a 40-lap race.
Stay low.
Oh, that was, again, very, very close to completely wrecking and spinning and causing all of the trouble, which we don't want to do.
Stay low.
I'm staying low. Oh, I forgot to change it to Matt Tifft. I was going to do that. I just realized, I was thinking, oh, I was going to do something, and then I realized I was going to change the spotter to Matt Tifft. Because a bunch of people have been asking me to do that in the comments, and then I forgot to do it. Well, I'll fire Bobby Labonte after this race, I suppose.
Clear low.
And now we battle with Ryan Blaney for what may be the lead. Yeah, it was the lead. Oh, boy. And he immediately tries to wreck me for the lead. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Well, we're falling behind McFlurry, and inside Laney to make a Cars 3 reference, because that's still relevant, right? We are getting a draft, though, off of McFlurry. So that's a good thing. Where's the fuel? 3 laps? Okay. 3 laps sounds good to me. Those guys are going to peel off probably this lap.
The leader's going into the pit.
Yep, there they go.
Ryan is pitting.
Bye-bye. Back to P1 we go. And where's the running order? There we go. Okay. So now we get to lap cars at a plate track. That usually goes well. Actually, usually, no, it doesn't. We go around Ellis. Well, at least the field's spread out now. So we may actually be able to make some passes here, which we otherwise would not be able to. Looks like I've got a 27-second lead. 26 seconds on Hamlin. It was the next placed car in the running order. That's 25.6. So clearly the AI have rubber banded to starting to go faster.
You're low on fuel.
I'm low on fuel apparently, and now I'm low on fuel as I cross the line. So we'll come in this time around, make a stop under the green, hopefully not get a yellow like we seem to always get when I come into the pits. Maybe we'll get that yellow before I come in this time. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So we get a really good draft off of Bobby Labonte down the back straightaway. It almost felt like the game was lagging there for a second, which usually means there's been a crash and usually means there will be a yellow flag. But
You're low on fuel.
nope. Looks like we may get away with actually being able to make a pit stop under the green flag as I try to get the car woed down. And we will come into the pits. Alright, 2 tires stop, 2 cans of fuel, getting it all ready to go. Get back out there, continue saving fuel, I guess, because looks like that's our key to victory here. Actually a faster stop than was estimated, so the crew did a good job there. Now I gotta be really careful because the AI really like to LePage you. As we see there, right there is a great example. You have to really watch the mirror. You can see they just fly up. But at least I've got some decent gearing in the car this time. And there we go. Suddenly the AI went from there's the rubber banding right there. Right there. If that's in NASCAR Heat 2, NASCAR Heat 2 is absolutely going to blow chunks. Do you notice this, folks? Observe this very carefully because this is what's going to ruin NASCAR Heat 2. Guarantee you, if career mode is like this and you cannot turn this off, it's going to be ruined. That's ridiculous. The cars were going 190 miles an hour and then they slowed down to 167 because that was what I was running. That is so stupid. Because I was coming out of the pits. I was coming out of the pits, folks. Stupid. And you know, it's funny, when you actually do the proper, like just a quick race, a single race, a plate race with the AI, it's not bad. It's actually kind of realistic because the cars don't slow down and speed up according to your speed. They just run in a pack the whole time. It's wonderful. This, the resulting spread out field, is because the AI are braking and slowing down and speeding up because they think they need to because of rubber banding, and I almost lost the car off of the front of Ryan Newman. You'll notice I passed him like at 20 miles an hour faster, and suddenly he's right up next to me. Interesting how that works out. But I digress. We've moved up quite a bit in the order from where we were, which is nice. So it means our strategy is looking pretty good right now. As we got nearing the halfway mark of the race, that means the leaders are going to start pitting, or at least the cars that pitted earlier than we did are going to start coming in. We might be able to knock an entire pit stop off of this race if it goes green the entire way. So that may just settle things real quick for us. I'm kind of hoping that's the way it goes. I'd love to take a win at Daytona. It'd be nice to win at a plate race in NASCAR Heat Evolution. But I'm expecting yellows, debris cautions, big ones, even though it's hard to have a big one when the field is just spread out. Actually, never mind. Tell that to the 1960s NASCAR drivers, because there was, I've seen some footage on YouTube of, you know, like serious Arca brake style big ones where there would be a crash and then just like cars like 20 car lengths back would pile in. Actually, this is very much Daytona circa 1966 style racing, minus the restrictor plates, of course, which kind of make this whole process a bit tedious. Like I said, if they just, you know, took the restrictor plates off and let us race like this, it'd be kind of fun. It'd be like at one gigantic Michigan. You'd have to lift in the corners, go 220 down the straightaways. It'd be fun. But unfortunately, the way it is in NASCAR heat is not the most amazing racing on the planet, that's for sure. We're just kind of holding station here, trying to keep Ryan Newman behind us because of reasons, and he put us in the wall. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
There's a wreck in turn 3.
Yeah, wonder who that was. Can't tell. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. To quote Jeff Gordon. Oh, look who's slowing down again. Oh, it's Ryan Newman. He slowed down again. How nice of him. What a nice guy. Guess who's going to speed up again here in about 2 laps? Ryan Newman. Uh-oh. Looks like we've had a car with a mechanical failure. Poor Joey Logano. He's slowing down Tony Stewart. So that's 2 cars that are going to be out of contention for the win. We should be expecting pit stops any time now. And hey, look who's caught back up. Ryan Newman. What a surprise. We made up 2 positions, and then suddenly Ryan Newman's back on pace. So there are the cars in the pits.
Okay, that's the halfway
They have
mark
come
now.
in, and yes, we are right at the halfway mark. So the AI can only make it 10 laps on fuel. We can make it significantly longer than that. We still got 8 laps of fuel to go. So we're already almost a stop up on everybody else, which is absolutely fan-flippin-tastic. That's going to make, that is going to allow us to cut a pit stop off of this race, which is going to be so very advantageous at the end, just in terms of track position. But and here comes most, if not all, the field down into the pits, and we will move up very high in the order, up to first place, P1. And we will be P1 for a while, I would imagine. Unless, of course, Tony Stewart rubber bands back up into us. You can probably watch that gap and see the rubber banding in effect, how quickly he closes down. But he will probably need to pit as well. So he will fall back a little bit. I'm hoping to come up here and lap a significant portion of the field. That would make me very happy, so that we can just not worry about them if the yellow comes out. The more cars you can lap, the less you have to worry about them when you actually have to race them on a restart. But it looks like we're going to come out right in the middle of the lap traffic, which is just wonderful. Actually, not too bad. I thought that was going to be way worse than it was, but it looks like the field is spread out significantly at this point. So, it is what it is, to quote Juan Montoya. And now we're going to get a big draft off of Landon Castle and just ride in his draft, because the AI have realized I'm in the lead, and now it's time for them to rubber band up to my pace. Rubber band, get down. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick behind Castle. That's all I can really do. Unless he gets held up by lap cars here. Be careful. And we got a yellow. We got a yellow. So we've got 6 laps, 5 laps of fuel remaining. We're going to pit under this yellow, get some fresh tires, get some repairs done, and hopefully make it to the end. All right, we'll see what happens here. We've got, we're in P27. We lost 26 spots, obviously, because we pitted. Green is out. And we're racing again at Daytona. So, 14 laps of fuel, 13 laps to go. So we are good to go to the end. So that means we may be able to win this thing. Just gotta essentially wait out everybody who needs to pit. That's really the name of the game right now. So to the inside of Landon Castle. Make that 3 wide down to the inside. Should be able to pull this off relatively easy, which we are able to do. And the inside line is usually the one that moves on the plate tracks in NASCAR heat. So generally, if you can just stay to the bottom, you're good. We just stick our nose into Regan Smith there. Uh-oh. And I've screwed my strategy. Wow. Oh boy. That was a thing that happened. That was a thing that happened. Oh, God. So I guess I'll pit, repair the car, unfortunately, and get back out there. All right, so 38th. Wonderful. Lots of guys pitted, so we're going to have to pit past those guys who pitted. I blew it. I choked away a win right there. So now we've just got to pass a bunch of damaged cars with 8 laps to go. And just hope the entire field didn't come into the pits that time. So AJ Allmendinger's just putting me up into the wall. I don't really want to be on the outside lane, but I'll take it if I have to take it. Oh, that's so close, and yeah. Casey Kane left no room there, of course. You'd think his spotter would be saying, car high, car high. But of course not. I'd love to get to the bottom. If there's an opportunity to get to the bottom, I'm taking it. This might be, no, it's not an opportunity. There we go, okay. And Logano's going to take that spot. Screw you, Logano. Alright, let's go to the outside. Maybe. No, it looks like McDowell's going to get thrown in the back. Well, this is definitely plate racing.
Hold your line.
Nope, not happening.
Yellow's out.
Well, we got a yellow for that. I guess I'll pit because aerodynamics are so crucial when you have no power. So we'll try that again, I guess. Alright, restarting 35th, but mercifully we're on the bottom this time. That's a good thing.
The race is going green.
Here we go.
There's the green flag.
Race is back on. We're just going to try to absolutely hug the bottom this time with 3 laps to go. So there's not a whole lot of time to actually make up any places. But we'll see what we can do. We'll stick behind inside Laney here. Bump draft him. Which doesn't actually work in this game, but whatever. Come on, somebody come down to the bottom and give me some draft here. Guess we'll just keep drafting Blaney. Trying to make that pass down to the inside, which we're able to do. That's the frustrating thing about plate racing. You can see all those cars I can pass. But it just takes so long to gain momentum to be able to actually pass people. It's very frustrating. Alright, screw it. Down across the grass. Oh no, Mackie! How did I not spin? I will never know how I didn't spin right there. Okay. That was a thing that happened. Now it looks like we're going to get a huge run because I had gave that much space Fortunately, we only got to 26th there. So not an amazing run yet. Dive down to the inside.
Still there.
And Kane blocks.
Last lap.
Okay,
Still
white
there.
flag. Time to try to make up as many positions as I possibly can here.
Still there.
Screw you, Austin Dillon.
Still there.
We get that run off of the corner, and it's not happening because car slowing down.
All clear. Car high.
Where'd we get up to? 14th? Okay, that'll work. NASCAR would have penalized me so fast for that because I probably passed a popular driver under the white line or under the yellow line,
Hold your line.
but it doesn't matter. Oh, that's an insane move. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's an absolutely enormous crash coming to the finish line. We're gonna crash across the finish line. Good lord. That was an interesting finish. Okay, just as a bonus, let's watch a couple replays of the wrecks here. This was the first big one where I got into Ryan Newman, and just wow, look at that camera angle. Let's watch it from the in-car, the driver's perspective, if you will. Boom, crashing, spinning. Yeah, wow. From the top camera, the TV camera, if you will, side by side, crashing, spinning into the safer barrier. Jamie McFlurry. Ugh. Oh my gosh. One more from the outside of the car. You can see me get down below the yellow line. Never a good idea. Into McFlurry. McFlurry gets upside down, does a kickflip on top of me. And how about that final lap crash as we got 3 wide there, bounced off a couple cars and almost blew over there, and then just the entire field piles in. Chris Buescher flies into the catch fence. We slide across the line in first. Ay, 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 what a crash to end it. So that was Daytona, 25th place finish. Not a good result at all. Clint Boyer won the race. Wow, that's an interesting result. Ryan Ellis got 12th after the big one, took out about everybody, and so did Matt DiBenedetto. Also had a good finish. Let's move on from that. Take a look at the money. We probably did not do a very good job in terms of cashola today. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Only 200,000. Oh well, we still got 2 wins. We're, I think, 4th in the chase, so not in any danger of falling out of it. But certainly not an amazing result, as we've probably fallen out of points. No, we're still in the points for the chase somehow. Not really sure how, but we'll keep it that way. Let's head back to the race shop, see if there's anything else to take a look at. So from Daytona, we're going to move on to Kentucky for the first and only time this year, I believe, for the Quaker State 400. And great news, the new company is impressed with your driving and wants to offer you a sponsorship. Let's take a look. All right, what have we got here? We've got LiftMaster, Cheez-It, and Comcast Business. $50,000 per race. So we could re-sign Loves for that. Go to LiftMaster. That would require us being a Chevy team. Could go to Ford, or keep with Ford and go to Cheez-It, even though I know another certain YouTuber did Cheez-It already, so we probably won't do that. Comcast Business. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Do I want to do Comcast Business? You know what, screw it. Let's change it up. Let's go to Toyota. I have been with Ford for a while, but let's move on to greener pastures and start racing for Toyota. Maybe it will help us out a little bit. And let's take a look at the paint scheme. It is, that is a paint scheme, all right. Oh no, I've made a horrible mistake.